quick thing and then we'll wrap the show.
Okay.
And I just want to tell people stay tuned because I'm working on a piece on this. It is this article where two DEI infested consultancy firms, I know, I feel like I didn't need to say that, have done a report into the Jasper wildfire last year. And you know who they blame? You won't even believe it. I read it and I was like, are you crazy? They blame Alberta, like the Alberta government, for the Jasper wildfire.
That's
Reports
false.
that the Alberta government created command challenges in fighting the Jasper wildfire.
What was the command challenge? They misgendered a firefighter or something?
They said that the report was commissioned by the town. You mean the town that is run by the federal government? And based on surveyed participants and firefighters who battled the wind whip blaze, so federal firefighters, by the way, that destroyed a third of the building in the community located in Jasper. While the report said it wasn't meant to assign blame, it sure did. It notes that the town and Parks Canada officials trained together and had an integrated command structure, but things became challenging when the province got involved. The province got involved because these idiots couldn't handle it. The province had to get involved because a fire, once it hit Jasper, got out of control. Why did it get out of control? Couple different reasons. And I paid such close attention to this. I watched every single committee hearing dedicated to this. The town or Parks Canada did not clear out the pine beetle fuel load. They left it standing. It got so bad they were worried about mechanical clearing, as in going in there with chainsaws and chopping it down. They worried that would cause a fire because they had let it get so long. So it wasn't, as they say, intrinsically safe. They installed the wrong fire hydrants in the town so that it was incompatible with outside fire trucks to come in and help. So basically the only town that could come and help was Hinton, just up the road. But Hinton, they're taxed to the max. They're dealing with fires too. So this Parks Canada put in the wrong fire hydrant. So you couldn't deploy fire trucks, pumper trucks from, let's say, Sherwood Park. They couldn't come. Strathcona County couldn't come because they couldn't. They also inhibited fire trucks, pumper trucks who couldn't hook to the fire hydrants from going to the rivers and the lakes and sucking up water. They said you can't do that. And they also turned away highly trained private firefighting crews. They turned them away. And that's committee testimony. They turned them away. The Alberta government came in to clean up the mess. Why do you think that same fire didn't hit Hinton?
So, Sheila,
the Alberta government managed their forest.
I haven't read the article, unfortunately. So let's cut to the chase. Why is the government of Alberta to blame, given all that incompetency that you just cataloged?
It says the Alberta government, while not jurisdictionally responsible to lead the crisis, exactly, made things difficult with regular requests for information and by seeking to exercise decision-making authority. So the Alberta government comes in and sees this and says, this town is burning. You guys are screwing this up. Let us help. We are managing these fires in other parts of the province. In fact, we're managing the fires in and around Jasper quite well. So the same forest, the same biology, but we are managing them because we've managed the forest better than you. Let us help. And they said that hindered the fire response. We should have just let the people who were mishandling it continue to mishandle it until it burned into Hinton. Thank you. Good job.
This makes no sense.
Well, yeah, because they're trying to pass the buck. Everybody involved in this for the last 10 years should have been fired. Everybody who let the pine beetle fuel load stand there brown. It's not like you needed to like investigate every tree and see, oh, was this pine beetle damage? Was this not? You can see it's red once it gets to a certain point. The trees are green, 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 red. Okay, come get the red stuff, get it out of there. But they decided they weren't going to do that because it would be ugly to look at. Now you're looking at a burned down town. And they're trying to pass the buck. The feds don't want to be responsible for their fire when all the provincial government did was try to help. But by the way, did anybody ever pay us back for all the millions of resources that we dumped into their mess? Who knows?
Well, Sheila, I'm looking at the bright side. If indeed Alberta becomes an independent nation or the 51st state, I guess those Canadian national parks become Alberta provincial parks, and you can, use the proper stewardship when it comes to forest management and firefighting.
Well, I bet you the feds will fight us if we do leave. Don't want to keep them.
Yeah, do we have a call on that? What happens? What happens if hypothetically, I know I'm going, years in the future, putting the cart before the horse, but if Alberta were to separate into a sovereign nation, does that mean those national parks that are carved out by the federal government remain federal government of Canada lands?
I imagine they would want to keep them just to be petty, but would they? Like, if we all want to go, you're going to keep Elk Island National Park right next door to me? Like, you're going to, that's what you're going to do? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, they mismanaged the fire response and then tried to blame it on the Alberta government, who only tried to help. Unmitigated gall of these people.
Yeah. My favorite Yiddish word, chutzpah. Sheer unmitigated gall. Alberta tries to help, and they're trying to pass the buck and blame Alberta for that disaster, which was all of their own doing, all of their responsibility.
Yeah, just absolute garbage. And yeah, they hired like DEI consultancy types.
But what's their role in this? Where's the DEI connection, Sheila?
I don't know. They could have just... You hire a woke consultancy firm, they're going to side with the Liberal government, right?
Oh, unbelievable. Well, I'm laughing on the outside, folks. Inside, I'm crying.